group formation and process of group development. This is the next topic of groups. I mean types of group. Group formation. Okay, that is the meaning of how to form a new group. Two or more individual. Two or more individual working together. It is called it as group. Group formation means what is the process of and all the steps of formation of the new group and process of group development. Okay, group development process step by step or stages. Okay, this about today class group formation and process of group development. In this class, I briefly explain about the group formation and process of group development. First of all, yes, group formation and group development. So I already told that a group is a dynamic structure. Okay, it is one of the dynamic structure. Okay, without group, without an individual, we cannot do anything. Okay, without two or more individual or without a teamwork, we cannot success in the any work because the individual always have freedom to join. Okay, for example, take any WhatsApp group. Here in the WhatsApp group, the individual are freedom. Okay, freedom to join and also freedom to leave the group also in any time. For example, WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, by taking the online classes in the WhatsApp group, once the lecturer send a link, all the students are react. All the students and all the participants react and join the group immediately. They will listen the class in any time. Like that, in personally in the group formation in the institution or in the organization, it's like that. They also have freedom to change their task based on their wish. Okay, this is the group meaning of the basic meaning of the group. For obtaining a clear understanding of formation and growth, okay, and growth of the group, it is mandatory. What is mandatory? It is the group formation is the mandatory. Not only two or more individual working together, they will join, they will start new work, and they will finish the work. That is not a good mannerism. Okay, before you going to do any work, the group, the two or more individuals have to work, have to join in to accomplish and to complete a task. To complete a task, they have to understand each step in the group objectives. Like that, they have to join a new group and they have to form that completely depending on the growth of the group. Okay, some of the common motives are common interest or institutional motives to forming groups. Okay, first of all, without a goal, we cannot achieve anything. Without a group, we cannot work in an institution. Institutional interest or institutional motives to form a group. This is one of the motives. Institutional motives. Structuring and categorizing the educational activities in a logical manner can be done by forming functional and task group. Functional and task group, these are the types of the group. Functional, that is the formal group. Okay, without function we cannot do anything, and without function, without the goal, we cannot achieve anything. And task also, without the respected time. Okay, next structuring and categorizing the educational activities. The structuring, okay, giving a structure of the present group, and categorizing student, A grade student one group, B grade student another group, and nursing tutors one group, MSN medicine department another category. That is the categorizing. Okay, categorizing and characterizing, and that is the dividing. Okay, dividing in based on their educational activities. Okay, this is the institutional motives, institution or organizational motives. It's completely depending on by forming the functional and as group. Next, personal motives. First one is the institutional motive. For give the purpose, for taking the purpose of, for giving any purpose, any function to the institution, institutional work. That is the first motive, first interest. Next, personal motives, personal life to join the groups. There is friendship like that. There are various personal motives which affect the enrollment of a member in a group. Some of these are mentioned in the following figure. What's that figure? See this one. This is the personal motives. Okay, to develop the interpersonal attraction, to develop the between the two person, to develop an interest or attraction and support for group goals. Okay, supporting the group goals and instrumental benefits, need for affiliation, interest in group activities. These are the 5 main personal motives to join a new group. Process of group development. This is the group formation. There are 2 motives. Okay, there is the group formation. There is the 2 motives. The main 2 motives are 2 main types. 2 main types and also 2 main motives, that is personal and institutional motives. Here, process of group development. What is the process of developing a new group? Okay, for example, taking nursing process, nursing assessment, collection of history, nursing diagnosis, is the framing a new interventions and nursing goals, planning and intervention and rational, and finally there is implementation. Implementation is giving the care. Finally, there is evaluation. That's evaluating the patient care. That is the complete nursing process. For example, here also there is some process of group development. There is step-by-step process. Newly joined members or newly forming groups are usually unfamiliar to each other. Okay, unfamiliar to each other. There is new faces. Okay, there is new face, and therefore they remain ignorance. Okay, therefore they remain ignorance. That is regarding personalities and attitude of the group members. That is they remaining ignorance. They don't know each other. New person. Okay, new person, first time meeting. There is new person. They don't know their personal data and they don't know their demographic data, personal history. Okay, that's no, don't know. That is ignorance. That will create, first of all, that will create the ignorance. After the you are familiar with good sharing your feelings and sharing your thoughts, then you and your friend or you and your new person will become a close friend. That's final step. This process of group development are explained as follows. There is 5 main steps process force. Okay, first one, mutual acceptance. Okay, mutual acceptance, communication and decision making, motivation and productivity, control of and organization. These are the main 4 process. Okay, see the arrow mark. First one, mutual acceptance. Acceptance of mutual interest, showing equal interest or sharing equal opportunity and sharing equal thoughts among the 2 people. Okay, sharing equal opportunity, grab the opportunity. That's mutual acceptance. Acceptance, failure and it's a success, they will equally they have to accept. That is first process, first step. Next one, communication and decision making. After that, after they will mutually interest, showing interest among any one of the work, they'll start communicating. That means sharing the feelings, sharing the ideas, sharing the thoughts. That's the communication, and they take the decision making. Both means not only 2%, they include the group members. It is 8 or more than 8. Okay, that's the group. They will take a decision making. And motivation and productivity. In the motivation, any on in the group, okay, in every person in the group, he or she give the one of the motivation and one of the productivity and one of the good ideas. It's motivation, and taking the motivation any one of the good person, and control and organization, and controlling their behaviors and form the working in the organization. Now I will explain one by one. First one, mutual acceptance. In this first phase or in this first process of the group development, the members of the group try to become familiar with one another. They will sharing their feelings, they will sharing their ideas, they will introducing themselves and explore the acceptable and unacceptable interpersonal behavior exhibited by the self and by other members of the group. That is the mutual acceptance. They're sharing the feelings. It may be a false or it may be true. It may be positive or negative feelings. Sharing and to become a familiar with one another by exploring their selves. Okay, that is mutual acceptance. Next, communication and decision making. Communication and decision making during this phase. This is the second phase. Okay, this is the second process. This is the second phase. Group members share their opinions and formulate the group goals, group norms, and strategies. Okay, group norms. There is some of the rules and regulations in the group. They'll frame some of the rules and regulations in the protocols. Protocols in the group. What they do and what they don't do that activity. That are all the framing in the second process, second phase. That's the communication and decision making, framing objectives or framing goals. Next, motivation and productivity. This is the third phase. Okay, this is the third phase of process of development. It is characterized by attaining the mutual consensus among group members regarding the goals and strategies formulated in the previous stage. Okay, here in the third phase, each member recognize and give their consent. Okay, they recognize and consent to the role to be played by them and get to know about the roles of others. Okay, they will distribute and they will share their work. Okay, they will take the in chargeship. Okay, they will take the in chargeship. They will take the coordinatorship. Okay, in motivation and productivity, here the each member, okay, each group member, they will decide and they will recognize their work and they will identify their work and they will take the promise, they will take the consent. I will do this role, I play this role in this group, like that. For example, in coming to in the student nurse association, there is a different workers in the group. In the student nurse association, in president, vice president, and the treasurer, assistant treasurer, sports secretary, assistant sports, cultural. This is the different role in the student nurse association. Here, all the group members in each member, they will take a consents. They will take consent and they will recognize I am the sports secretary. I will take the in charge of all the sports activities. Like that, they will take their motivation and they will give their productivity. Okay, they will start the working, that is productivity, and also they will identify the others or their friends role in the motivation and productivity. Next, control and organization. It's the fourth phase. Okay, it's the fourth phase, control and organization. Fourth phase is characterized by the performance and or working toward the goal. Okay, working process. This is the working stage, control and organization. Here the group members perform their roles. For example, taking sports secretary, the sports secretary perform their work. They are identifying any event in the district level or in the state level or in the national level, like that. They will gather all the information from the newspaper or from the online, like that. They'll perform their role. They have accepted and guide their group toward attaining a stipulated goal. Stipulated means already they will adjusting and already they will framing a goal. That's the stipulated goal. This is the group formation and process of group development. Any doubts? If you have any doubts, share and ask. If you have any doubt, ask and clear your doubts.